I have a story for you. I've been getting some requests on it, and it's about my first fight. And I don't know who asked. I think it's the same person who asked twice. But anyway, so let's just start this off. So when I was younger, I went to a school that consisted of all religious people because my mom doesn't like my school district, so she put me in a Catholic school. And to be honest, for a Catholic school, it was a really bad school. And I remember there was a few people I was friends with. I was only in a class with 15 people, so you could. If you go to public school, you can obviously tell that's not a lot of kids in one class, because like now that I go to public school in a high school, there's 1,000 kids in my whole building, and there's like 30 kids a class. So anyway, there was this one kid in particular that I was friends with for about halfway through the year, and we started to not get along after. Okay, his last name was Havens, so we used to call him Justin Gavins, and he used to get really offended by it, and that whole thing just kind of stopped. We stopped calling him that, and I remember my one friend got into a fight with him a few months later, and they were arguing about something. I can't remember what it was about, but I remember then he started calling him Gavins again, and the kid's like, "I'm gonna get my dad, and I'm gonna sue you assholes," because I said it too. And I was like, "Oh, you are?" I'm like, "All right, cool." I'm like, "My lawyers will be in touch." So he automatically got all angry and started to push me. So I was like, "Dude, get the fuck off me." So he walked upstairs and actually told on me and told the principal. So I had to get called down for that. And I think he gave me like a referral or some shit for starting trouble and using I don't know, like gay slurs. I don't know what the fuck he gave it to me before. It was so long ago. This was literally back in like 2nd grade, guys. So he came downstairs, and I came downstairs, and I walked into the classroom, and he like looked at me, and he's like, "So you like that referral? You like that referral you got in your hand there?" I was like, "Shut up, Gavins." So he got up and like pushed me, and I was like, so I fucking pushed him back, and the teacher's like, "Get out now." So she just literally, greatest idea of a teacher. Let's send the kids out who are fighting out in the hall. Like what kind of idea is that? Let's send the 2 kids who are fighting in my class out into the hall. So we go out into the hall, and the kid's like, "You better quit calling me Gavins, or I swear to God, I'm gonna sue you." And I'm like, "Dude, shut your fucking mouth." That's what I was like. I'm like, "Shut your fucking mouth. You're threatening to sue." When I'm back in, I'm like, "You're threatening to sue some kid who's in 2nd grade right now with your father." I'm like, "Shut your fucking mouth." So I pushed him. Comes back at me, pushes me, and then I started walking away from him because I was like, "You know what, fuck it, I'm not gonna get into a fight. This is a Catholic school. My mom pays thousands of dollars for me to go here." So I walked outside, like I literally just pieced out of school, and I went to the basketball court right next to the school. Follows me over there. Follows me with his friend, and his friend's like, "We're gonna beat your ass, kid." His friend comes up to me and pushes me. I was like, "Alright," so I just fucking punched him. I just threw the first punch. I was like, "You know what, I'm not gonna let these kids push me back and forth and, you know, like fucking threaten me, so I may as well just take one of them out now." So I punched him as hard as I could. He fell on the ground, and I'm not lying here, his nose started to bleed. He got up, and I respect him for this, even when his nose was bleeding, and I'm sure it hurt like hell if it started to bleed. He punched me back. He got me in the cheek, and like I think my tooth was bleeding afterwards. And yeah, I'm not gonna be that kid and lie and say it wasn't. Like I got a pretty good hit. Like I got hit really good. So I was like, "Dude, I can't." We stopped for a second. I was like, "You're really gonna step into this when it's your friend's battle? Show us how much of a bitch you are." And I pointed at the kid who originally started this whole fight, and he's like, "All right, fine, we'll go 1-on-1." So he comes over to me, start throwing punches. It started off like slapping, and then it went into punching. So I hit him, like I made a fist and actually punched him, and then we started punching back and forth. And he got me in the nose, and that hurt like hell. Thank God it didn't bleed. And then I got him in the nose, and it went on for a solid 10 minutes because there was no supervision. Eventually the teacher saw what happened. Like she like realized that we weren't in the hallway anymore and saw that we left school. And we were fighting, and they sent out a security guard to come get us, but we were still going. And we were just pushing each other around, punching. And then I remember it ended after his friend came over and just broke it up, and like the security guard got over after it got broken up. And I don't really know who fucking won, guys. Like it was in 2nd grade, so I'm sure I didn't do much damage, and I'm sure he didn't do much damage besides the bigger kid that he had with him who hit me in the face, and who also I hit. So yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed.